Hello, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Melissa, and today's video is going to be a favorites video. I haven't filmed one in a while. They're not necessarily like my 10 favorite plants in my collection right now because I have a pretty big collection and I love a lot of my plants, but I think these are probably 10 that I have been a little drawn to recently, or I feel like every time I water, they're just like chef's kiss. I don't know. I just really love these plants right now. I'm excited to film one of these today, so I really hope you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. Starting off with number 10 is this little cutie right here. So this is a variegated Thanksgiving cactus, and I recently moved it into my plant room. It's probably been in here a few weeks at least, and ever since I moved it in here, I just can't stop staring at it when I go to water it. I'm like, it's so freaking cute. I also have a variegated Christmas cactus and it's just as cute, but I really like I like the leaves on the Thanksgiving cactus. I like how pointy they are. And of course I love the variegation. I like this one here that's growing all white too. It has this little section. I feel like it's growing a lot now that I moved it into my plant room. It's getting a little bit more light than where it was before. So it has some new growth here on the ends. I think this one's doing like a double leaf here. This is a new leaf, and I think this one is a new leaf as well. Oh, and then it also has a little bit of growth up top here. Look at that little guy. It's so cute. I like the variegation on mine. I feel like it has a good mix of white and green. And I have mine in a little 3-inch pot in my aeroid mix. It is freshly watered. I was watering last night actually in here, so it is fully hydrated today. Yeah, I love this little cutie so much. I can't wait for it to bloom for me and for it to grow. I can just see it like trailing all the way down here. Maybe eventually I could prop it for my shop. I didn't think about that. I could actually. So maybe once he grows more, I'll prop. Number 9 is a Hoya, and it's one of my newer Hoyas in my collection. But ever since it started growing, you guys, I'm literally just in love with this Hoya. It is so stinking beautiful. And it's grown, so when I got it, it was just these 2 leaves, and so it's grown a little bit more. But I think it's the pink and the color shift. I'm getting attacked by a Monstera aerial root right here. Every time I try to show you, it's like, it's getting me. I keep laughing about it. But yeah, it's the shift in pink that I like. So the leaves that are hardened are more green, and this one has the outer variegation. Did I say what this one was yet? It's Hoya prism. I don't know if I did or not, but I like the outer variegation, and then this one's more of a light pink. It hasn't like fully hardened off yet. And then the new little leaves come in like super dark pink. I don't know if it's coming off on camera how dark pink that is. But yeah, I just love the shift that it's doing. And I have mine kind of staked on a trellis, although it keeps coming off. I'll have to get more clips to clip that up there. Yeah, I need one more here. But yeah, I haven't propagated this yet. I'm gonna let it grow before I take some cuttings because it's growing very well right now. I don't want to disturb it, but I feel like it hasn't rooted probably a ton. There's a little bit of roots. I got it it was in a smaller pot, so I put it into a 3-inch, so it was an upsize, and I have it sitting kind of directly under Barina's, so it really seems to enjoy the cabinet. Really beautiful Hoya. I just love the way that it trails too, and I love the leaf shape. I don't know, I just really, really love this Hoya. I loved it a lot more than I thought I was gonna love it. Like, I saw pictures of it online, and when I saw this Hoya, I knew I wanted it in my collection, but now that I actually have it and it's starting to grow, it's seriously one of my favorite Hoyas. I just really, I don't know, there's just something about it. Number 8 on my list is a begonia, and this is called a begonia white ice. This was a newer begonia in my collection. I think I got this one earlier this year. Yes, I did. This one I got because I love how silver it is. Look at all those polka dots. I love the way that it's like growing out as well. So this one's currently in perlite only. You can see it's actually starting to root. But I need to get it out of perlite and actually pot it up. So this came as this single plant, and I was trying to think, I actually did take some propagation. So I do have a couple plants of this growing right now that I'll eventually list, but I'll eventually like prop her in the future. But I just really love I don't know, I love the tone to this one. I love the silver, I love the green, I love the backs of it as well. It's just such a stunning begonia. The new leaves even come in with a bit of pink hue. I don't know if it's coming across on camera, the shift there. I have this one currently on the shelf there behind me, so it's getting more ambient conditions. And I'm trying to think how I want to pot this up or what I want to pot it into. I was initially thinking semi-hydro because I don't have a begonia in pond, so I was curious. Oh no, these new leaves are getting stuck. Ah. So I was curious about semi-hydro. So I don't know. I have my maculata growing just in water. And then I have one in a soil mix. I freed them. I didn't realize those were getting squished. There's actually a lot of growth points. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 growth points. No, 5. There's another one down here. So it's going to be very bushy. So I don't know. If I don't do pond, I might just pot it up in my soil mix. But yeah, she's really beautiful. Just a stunning, stunning begonia. I think we are on number 7. Yes, number 7. This one is another Hoya. It's Hoya crassiopetalata variegated. There's just something about everything about the leaves. I love the way that it feels. It has a different texture. It's very thick and waxy feeling, but it almost feels, I don't know, creamy in a way, and it even looks creamy. I love the tones of green. Just everything that I would want in a Hoya, this Hoya has. I love the pink leaves on Hoyas too. That's why I love the live prism. I love the shift. But this one is just, it's so different. It's unlike any other Hoya that I have, I feel like. So I got it earlier this year as well. It's a newer Hoya. And so it had already started growing. And so I think it's done, these 2 set of leaves here are new. Or these ones were coming in, and then I think, or no, maybe it was these 2. And so these ones, yeah, these are the 2 newest leaves here, the bigger ones. And so it's going to work on another new set of leaves down in here. So I feel like it's kind of steadily growing, you know, granted it was a newer plant and, you know, it's still working on rooting because I did upsize it because I think it was shipped in, yeah, moss and perlite. So this one's like 10 out of 10. Love this one. Number 6 on the list is Alocasia venom. You guys, this Alocasia is just, it's the tone. It's the silver tone, the pearliness of it. And it's just such a cool leaf shape. Like, look at that little twisty edge there on the leaf. Like, how cool is that? Right? Like, look at that. That is so unique. I love it. It's just such a cool alocasia, but yeah, it's so pretty. And it's like in the light too, depending on how you look at it, it's just the pearliness does have a pink sheen to it. And I love veiny plants as well, so I feel like this one's very veiny. And on the back, you can see the veins too. And it's working on a new leaf right here, which is crazy because I feel like this one just came out. This is the newest one, which is the biggest one here. And these little packets are mites, if you're wondering what they are. They're beneficial mites. That's the name of them. I had a little bit of a mite outbreak on a couple plants, so I use these as prevention. This one's been living in pond. I feel, oh, I just noticed the first leaf is yellowing. It's getting ready to go. I haven't checked lately to see if it would have corms. I wonder if it would have corms. I'm eager. I need to go corm digging very soon. I'm getting low on corms. I wonder if it would have some just like below the surface. I could like dig a little bit of this pond layer away without like actually taking it out. It's just such a cool plant, cool alocasia. One of the most unique plant leaves. I just love everything about it. I love the color, the tone, the shape, the way that it grows. It seems to be a really easygoing alocasia. It loves semi-hydro. It's in my IKEA cabinet, so it's in those like ideal conditions. For me, it's growing pretty steadily right now, I would say. I haven't even had this plant a full year, and it started as a small plant like this, so yeah, it's growing pretty well. So yeah, I love this guy. I think this is number 5. Yes, this is number 5. So this is an alocasia that I got earlier this year as well. So this is a Amazonica, but it's a pink tie version. Yes, and these 2 leaves I'm just like drooling over. One, I love the half moon, but I love the pink on this one. It looks like there is a new one here. It doesn't look as pink, which is sad, but that's okay. The first 2 leaves that came in weren't as pink either, but then these 2 spit out. They're just stunning. I've always loved like poly Amazonica. I've always loved the look of those alocasias, and I just have dreamed of a really, really pink one in my collection. So this one, I believe the Thai version is like an in-between size of a poly and Amazonica. So I'm really excited to see how this one looks when it's like more mature, when it grows more. But it seems to be doing it very well. I got it as a corm actually. It's in a tiny thing of pon here. So I'll upsize it at some point. But yeah, it's still too small, I think, to have any corms or anything yet. But those 2 leaves, every time I open my cabinet, it's in my cabinet beside me. I just stare at it. I grew some polys out to be like more mature, so I feel like this one has been pretty easygoing, like the poly. At least in pon, it seemed pretty happy and growing very well. So yeah, super excited to see this one grow more. I love the flame. It's just so veiny. I love the leaf shape. This is the newest one here. I've only had 3 fennies, so I haven't had any more splits yet, but I'm hoping the next one that comes out, I feel like it's not getting ready to right now, but I feel like soonish it's gonna come push a new leaf, but I'm hoping I get more fenestrations. I have it in pon. I have it here at the window, but I don't have any additional grow light or anything on it. But I feel like if I don't get more splits soon, I might move it and add a grow light on it, but we'll see. Because here at the window, it does get like south sun, but it is kind of blocked, and it's been raining a lot lately, so it's been pretty cloudy. So here at the window, it's not as much light as like a full sunny day, but a few hours of the day it is more intense at the window. This one was a propagation project, if you saw that video. So the bottom half is completely gone. So as this plant climbs, I'll probably do the same thing and do like an air layer, prop it, replant the top, and then propagate the individual cuttings up. Out of the cuttings that I sold, I have 1 left. Do I have? Yeah, I have 1 left. Most of them have come out with a pretty like decent sized starter leaf. So I feel like the cuttings, the growth that comes in, I feel like will be more mature than getting like a smaller one. This one started out, you know, as a tissue culture. So I have that video somewhere on my channel where I took care of that, and it's grown into this plant so far. So it's definitely like a slower growing Monstera, but I still feel like it's growing pretty steadily for me. And it seems to enjoy pon. I had it not in pon at first. So I feel like out of both substrates, I feel like it did like both, but I like pon for it better. I felt like it was going to dry in my soil mix. So I'm glad that I have it in semi-hydro now. I feel like I'm always gonna love this Monstera. You just can't beat the leaf shape on this one. It's always gonna be a favorite. Okay, I had to let my camera cool down a second. So we are with plant number 3, which is the Anthurium on my list. And this one's probably one of my top Anthuriums. I just love everything about this one. This is Anthurium HU, or King of Spades. I feel like it's the leaf shape and the veining combined. I don't know what it is. So this is technically a propagation from the main one. So this is like a pup from it. And I decided to keep it because it was just so cute. So the main one I made a little video on. It was so cool to see the emergent color. It was like bright red. This isn't as bright red as the bigger one when it was like just pushing out. And then it went through, I feel like 4 different phases to the final hardened off color, but even the hardened off color, like this dark green, is so pretty. And I also have one from Cartel that is growing. It was rehabbing. So I'll end up with 3 of these, which I may not keep them all, but this one I just really like. I couldn't let this one go. And it is rooting up very nicely. It's making me excited to do my Anthurium shelf. Oh, it's so pretty. I love this so much. I can't wait to see this new one expand to this new leaf. But she's a favorite for sure. I'm obsessed with this Anthurium. Obsessed. Number 2 on the list are some pups from my Regal Shields albo plant. So I don't know if all of you know, I know some of you know, I chopped the big mother plant. I beheaded it because it reverted. And so I had some corms that I took off when I had repotted it and upsized it. And so all the corms have sprouted. And so I sold 1 corm and then I have 4 left. So out of the 4 that are left, I'm trying to decide which ones I want to keep because I have a feeling some of these are going to be pretty white if they continue. So the pups are coming in very, very albo, with albo leaves. Like, look how white. This one has a nice array of color. Look at that. So I fell in love with albo Regal Shields, and I loved all the tones. Like the purple in the leaf is my favorite. And I love the swatches of white, green. Like, this is what I wanted my plant to do. And then when it reverted, I was so sad. So I'm hopeful that the corms are gonna be like really good genetics. And so I picked these 2 to keep as plants for me to see what they grow into. But this one is pushing a new leaf and it looks to be pretty white. So that's why I don't want to let this one go, because I'm worried it's going to be too white. But this one is the newest one. This one here, whereas the first leaf was all white. So I was worried that these 2 were going to come in with all white. So I'm happy that this new one is a beautiful leaf. And then I have 2 others in the shop room that I'm going to hang on to for a little bit. One has 2 really pretty leaves like this, and then the other one is kind of white like this. I'll eventually only keep one as a mother plant in addition to mine, because the main stump that I chopped actually is growing back. So I'm very curious how the new growth is going to come in. So I had mentioned that someone suggested I chop it to see if it would produce growth from maybe like lower on the stump where it was producing the variegation. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the new growth will come in with color. And if not, if that mother plant reverts again, I'm probably, I don't know, because if the pups come in like this, I'm tempted to keep that mother plant, even though her color isn't as white. But I also don't want too many of these plants in my collection because they are huge, but I do want 2. I feel like this is an alocasia that I adore and love, and it's one of my favorites. So I would definitely like to keep 2 as mother plants. I just don't know which ones. But yeah, I'm gonna hang on to these and just drool and obsess over them because the color is everything. The white is like a stark white too. I feel like it's even whiter than an albo leaf almost. It's like a very, very white. But yeah, this is my favorite, that leaf right there. It is to die for. So it'll probably be a bit before I list anymore until I figure out which ones aren't going to be all white and which one's actually going to be a good mother plant. And plant number 1 that I'm most obsessed with is my most recent purchase, is this mint noid. And it is very, very minty. It's pushing a new leaf right now, and I can tell it has some really good color. It's very mint, and then it has some like darker green down here. But look at those pennies. I'm honestly really surprised that it pushed a new leaf already. I really am. It's stunning. Oh, I can actually see more green right here. Yeah, right there on that side. I'm obsessed. I love jungle mint right there. I love her. Love her, love her, love her. Probably my favorite plant. I love all my Monsteras, you guys. It's really hard to pick between them all, but this mint, I love the tone so much on this one. I have been obsessed. I literally stare at this plant so many times. I'll like peek through the netting on the door and just like peek and stare at this one. I've been eyeing this new leaf ever since I saw it push out, but Yeah, I can't wait to see this one grow and be like jungle mint down there. Obsessed, absolutely obsessed. There's just no other word to describe this Monstera. It's such a happy plant. So that concludes my favorites video. I really hope you enjoyed and I could share with you some plants I have been obsessed with lately. And I have a lot others, like I was saying, there's a lot of plants that I love in my collection. I'm also finding that I'm kind of loving some of my OG original plants. Like one of those is my Cebu Blue from my moss pole. Ever since I took it off and it's actually growing more, you can't beat that color. I've been obsessed with that one. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you here soon.